Hey, 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 hey. I'm a bit late. Yup. I had some stuff to do. But I'm here now. I'm here now. Uh-oh. Our Idla Plaza is still not connected. I hope Andrew can do it. I hope Andrew can do it. Hello! Oops. My face is not on. My face is not on. Why? Why my face is not on? Why? Bam bam. Hello. Wait, let me turn on the light, which usually improves the capture. The face capture. Okay. I think everything is ready. Now my face is moving. And we are live. Hello everyone. Do we have issues with the connection? I see some drop frames. 2 minutes ago. No, seems to be okay actually. Why my teeth are so... I close the mouth. So. Okay. We have no picture of the day. So what we were doing, we were working on libraries, right? And I think I finished the list. So I have the full list of books. Also, I did a copy of the production database back to my machine. So now is 100% aligned. So whatever we see here is the same that is in production. Now they will diverge, obviously, because here I will do some tests and changes, but at least we start from the same spot. So all these books are actually analyzed and they are good. And all these books are also all analyzed and good, because actually this one was very quick. Basically, hello Citizen DJ. Hi. So I analyzed all of that. Let me just lower the music. Switch gears here. Change scene, whatever is needed. So, yup, done. Okay, done. So what I was saying is that we have analyzed basically all the books that we have in game, and in all the libraries, right? Because I need to understand where the books are today to better distribute the new books and also the old one in theory, right? So the summary of all of that is that I divided it in 3 main blocks, right? So the existing libraries, the bulletin boards, and the what I call the one-off. So basically, there are certain books that are just I don't know, just on a table, right? On a random table in a room of the 3rd floor of a tavern, something like that, right? So those books are not really in any official libraries, right? But still they are relevant because people can still read them from there, right? And they can still find them. So actually, I like the one-off because there is a bit of exploration to do, right? The player needs to explore a bit the world and find them, right? So actually, it would be nice to have the one-off. I think I didn't log in from here, not from this client. What I'm doing also, I have modified the client, right, so that we have an additional functionality in the when we modify the detail, the item detail, right? Oh, by the way, there is the guild. Yeah, there is a guild actually that is not used at the moment that I kind of recovered from the database. So it's an old guild house that was probably used by game masters, but at the moment is not used by anyone. So I think we can sell it. So if anyone wants it, there are these nice metal vases. If anyone wants it, we can sell it. I don't know exactly how. I mean, in which event, but we sold the guild houses in the past as well. Obviously, only for in-game money. It's not real money, just fake money. But we can sell it. Maybe a widget will do an auction, right, or something. It's located in the winch. I think the exit. Is in the winch area. Hello, Hula. And all steel books. Yeah. I want to finish the. I want to finish the work on the libraries and such. So yeah. Yeah. So it's just in front of the. Oh, my legs. Just in front of the winch actually. So it's kind of a nice place. I discovered the winch and gained 1000 experience. Nice. I also did a cleanup of all the skeleton keys. There were 1 million skeleton keys. Well, actually 150, and I deleted them all. So at least we don't have that problem anymore. And the other thing that I wanted to do is repopulate item through. Yeah. So basically, now that we have the full distribution, I don't know if I want to create a new function that is telling me what are the activation book. I think I need it. I think I need a function. I think I need a new page which is basically putting together the compendium stuff and the LP. I'm using gas. No, I'm not. We have our own ability system that we created a long time ago, and I didn't migrate to gas, but I think it's a good one. Everyone that I know that used it said that it's pretty cool, but I didn't use it myself, so I cannot really give you a review of that, right? So I cannot really say, oh, it's good, it's bad, because I didn't test it myself. But I heard good stuff from the people that used it, and I think that if you don't have your own system yet, I think is potentially something that you should use. I mean, it's easier to use it than just to rebuild it, right? Or you can extend it if you are missing something. But I would not, restart from another system just because. So, okay. So I think I can create. I can create a new thing here. which is called what? I think it's still under items, right? And we will call it Codex Books, right? Codex Books, because this stuff will be used a lot, right? For all the other books. So Codex Books will be Codex Books. Okay, Codex Books. So Codex Books. So we need another block like this. I don't know why I'm doing it here. I have no idea. Why I have PHP Storm available. I don't know. I'm just too used to work in text files, and sometimes old ways are good. I mean, our system is very specific to our game, so it is all and is already fully functional. So if you have a weapon in hand, maybe I don't know if I can demonstrate it, but if you have a weapon in hand and you go in combat mode, yeah, you see the icon on the left, on the right, right? At the moment, I think that probably this weapon is not giving me any because I don't have, yeah. But if I set my skill to sword, right, so that I have this stuff, I can show you a bit how it works. Knives and daggers. Okay, so now we have all the skills available, and if I get a knife, and I equip it, right, and I go in combat mode. So now you see that, at least for the knife, I have here, I can rotate between the different the different special moves, right? And I can do it for the left hand and for the right hand. I don't know exactly why, not exactly what happened at the moment, because it seems that it's a bit weird. Because this one can also use the sword ones. That's a bit strange, huh? I was not expecting. Yeah, exactly. The longsword can use this, but why the dagger can also use the longsword ones? That is a bit weird. Maybe because this item is can be used both ways. But yeah, so we have an ability system that is based on your knowledge, right? So of your rank in that particular skill, which enables certain special moves, right? At a certain rank, right? And then you can use the special moves in combat just by pressing tab and then Q. I'm pressing Q and I'm pressing E, which is right hand and left hand. So and then when you attack, you use one or the other. So that is a bit what it is. Are you solo dev developing with friends? Well, let's say that this game has been made by many people, and not only me, right? So a lot of people worked on it. Yeah, like what I say. But at the moment, I'm doing the majority of the work, that's for sure. That's for sure. But anyone that wants to contribute, you know, is very welcome to contribute. So if anyone wants to help, there is a lot to do. It's just a matter of having the willingness, you know, to learn and to do stuff. So let's create this additional functionality. So yes, under index, Then I will have to modify again because we will create a new codex box, right? Okay, so now we have it here. Now this part I will have to add, I think, manually to production, because there is the problem that that the index is slightly different, but I need to connect. One second. I need to connect as root, unfortunately, because I have to change. No, I can show you what I'm doing, it's not a problem. So okay, so this is done and we are good. Yeah, exactly, that's the problem. When they find a wife when they find a wife, I mean, they disappear for a bit, but then maybe they come back, you know. Depends, but depends. Okay, so codex books, we created a new page, so all this is done. Then I need inside item main, I need to add the new link. Where the hell is item main? Is here. How do we call this? We call it codex books. We call it codex books. Okay, so now if we go under items, right, now we have also this link, which is codex books, which is the new one, right? And we need I think I did a mistake. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now. Ah, crap. I named it wrong. Okay, now what do we need in codex books? In codex books, we need we need the same check of access. I think there is not a problem, right? The sorting, I don't know, but I would like to find all the books that actually are part of the codex. So should I start from the codex or should I start from the books? I think I should start from the codex. And what table do we scan? We scan codex nature, right? We scan codex nature. We scan codex nature. So what should I do? I should read basically I need to read this. But do I want to associate it also to the actual item or not? Maybe by race. I have to think how I want the output of this, right? How do I want the output? Because in theory we have like stone hammers, right? We have the race, and then we have description. No, description is never a book. Description is never a book. Picture is never a book. We have habitat, ecology. Oops. We have habitat, ecology, and history, right? At least that is for the sentient creatures. Then for the monsters, like the clacker, we have habitat, ecology, combat, and spoils of war, right? Okay. And each one can have a book associated. Right, so let's say that I don't know, I have this book. Let's say that I have this book here, right, and I have a different book here, and I have the same book here, right? So how do we want to visualize this data? Because then the book obviously has information. It's difficult, but when you finish the project, looks back, you can say I made it. Well, I think I can say I made it already. I think this project will never really finish. I mean, I think I don't know, maybe one day I will just get bored of it and I will stop, right? But maybe I will stop one day. But I think there is really no end, right? But if you ask me, did you made it, like it's done somehow? Yeah, I mean we released we released already the old release, and that was already a milestone, right? And then we re-released it in a real engine, and that's another milestone. And so to me it's kind of done already, right? We are continuously expanding it, but the game is functional, right? The game is working. So if you want to play it, you can play it. It's a working game. It's not the best game that's for sure, but it is done, right? To me, it is done already. But we are continuously improving it. So I don't know when the next done will be, right? So I don't know if there will be another step, another big step, but I don't know. So how do we, because then the book, right? The book can be present in a number of libraries, right? So the book can be in certain sectors. So for example, we can say that this one is in idler sector, in JOs. Let's say it is in JOs sector, right? This one is the same book, but it can also be in multiple, right? It can be in multiple. So this one can be in JOs, but can also be, I don't know, let's say in Ojaveda, right? And this one maybe is only in the bronze doors for whatever reason, right? So how do I want to show this structure in the page? Because what I want to know the coverage of that book. So if it is somewhere or not. So, or I just have a count by, I think what he unlocks is kind of interesting. But is not super needed, right? Because in reality, what he unlocks, I already have it on this other file, right? On this file, I know exactly what is unlocking, right? I already have that. So I could extract and there is also the other problem that the same book may unlock multiple things, right? So for example, there are certain books on creatures that may unlock maybe the habitat of 2 or 3 creatures, right? So I think if we organize it by race, we may hit that problem, right? We may hit that problem. So I have to decide if I want to organize it by book. So like if I organize it by book, it can be, okay, this guy is enabling, right? Stonehammer this and this, and Clacker this. So it could be something like this, right? It is one book. And then I say this book is found yeah, I think I should go book by book. I think it's probably the easiest. I'm thinking to the query that I'm gonna do, like the question that I'm gonna ask. But I think the first question for me is, where are the books that are triggering the compendium? And probably the second question is, are we covering everything, right? Are all the, I mean, what part of the compendium are we actually covering? But again, that I think I can answer directly looking at this file. It's more of where they are, right? It's more of where they are. Yeah, but I think I will also have a reasoning like, if I have to discover a full race, where do I have to look, right? So I think it's both, actually. I think it's both. I'm a bit, you know, mixed between starting with the races or starting with the books in terms of visualization. I mean, if we have 1 million races, we can then say filter by race. Give me only this race. Yeah, in theory, without you know, extracting everything. But if you have 1 million books, it's kind of the same, right? Maybe I say, oh, just give me this book. No, give me this book. I will never do. I will never query by book, right? I don't think so. I will always query by race. Because querying by book, what does it mean? It means that I have a book that I don't know where is used, but because the where is used, I have it in this page, right? I have it in this page. I can order by name, and so I get all the locations of that book. Like this one is in these 4 places, right? In these 2 places. So yeah, I want to know which one of those is actually unlocking something. Which of these books? No, but not even. Which of the books that are unlocking something? Yeah, I think I want to start from the book. Let's start from the book. I think it's easier. Yeah, let's start from the book. Okay, I think I decided. And I will probably change my mind later. Let's start from the book. So if we start from the book, what I have to do a query on activation type, this column, in codex nature. And then group by, no, I cannot group by because I need all the rows, right? But basically the query is, so it is books, unlocking compendium knowledge, right? Compendium knowledge. Okay. So I have to select, let's do it here first and then we will see. So let's do a select star from codex nature, right? Order by activation. Order by activation type, right? Where maybe we can also say where activation type, is like this, right? So it must be a book. If it's not activated by a book, we don't care. Okay. So now that we have this, so we will extract this list. We will go through this list, and whenever it changes, we know that is another book, right? And we will collect item type. Item type is good. Huh? Ref ID, I think I care up to a certain point. I think I have to do it separately for races, plants and minerals, because I have to join different tables. Yeah, I think so. So I think I have to do creatures first. So I will extract from codex nature where item type is equal to 1 or 2. Right. And the activation type is B, but then I want to join, right? I want to join what? The race info. I want to join the race info. And we join it how? We join it by ref come on. Ref ID. Why it doesn't like my C? Where ref ID is equal to r.id, right? And item type 1 or item type 2, yep. And activation type is equal to B something. And we order by activation type. So basically it is returning all the books only of the creatures. Which at the moment is all of them, but anyway. And then we will and here we can extract C star and R name. No, maybe R name first. and C star, so we see it, right? Yeah, exactly. Dermorian, Lemur, Dermorian, Stonehammer. It's not grouped by race. Yeah, it's not grouped by race because it's grouped by book. So true. It's one or the other. It's one or the other because one book can unlock two races in theory, right? So I cannot go by. I mean, it's one or the other. It's one or the other. Which is kind of annoying though, because if I order like this, you know, I see Dermorian is unlocked by this book, and then I see a piece of the Lemur, and then I see Dermorian again, right? Which is not exactly intuitive. Which is not exactly intuitive. If I order by name first and then by activation type, what do I get? But here I may get, the problem is that here I may get the same book here and then down here, right? Which is annoying. Which one is the most annoying? Well, they're both annoying, I guess. No, I think I need it would be nice to have both, maybe in two tables. One by rate, because they answer to two different questions. This query answers to the question, what are all the books that are activating knowledge for the Dermorian, right? While, and it is giving you the answer. While this query, done like this, is what is this book activating? Right, so probably, and it's just a matter of ordering. I mean, it's not a big deal, right? It can be one or the other. Maybe we can do a switch at the top of the page. We can say order by race or order by book. I don't know. Order by item or order by book. But yeah. Anyway, at the moment, let's go by book. At the moment, let's go by book. And so this will be the query. Right? And then what? Here we do the query, we extract the results, we say how many results we found, and if we have more than one result, we start a new table. Now there is a bit more than a table actually, because as we said in the structure, I will have so I need to save. So what we know is that we have a kind of a current book, right? Which starts empty, right? And if the current book is different than what I'm extracting, right? It means that we need a new line, right? So the table should actually start outside of this, right? No, sorry, the table is correct, it starts there, but then here I have my if current book is different than my my row name, right? So if it's different than my row name, I'm starting a new book. And if I'm starting a new book, I want what? I probably want a whole block like this. Probably want a whole block. For sure I want to start, I want to close the previous and I want to start the new. Only if current book is not empty. So if current book is not empty, we close the previous table, right? The previous row, right? We close the previous row. Otherwise, we start a new row, right? We start a new row and we print out what? We print out the name. Let's start with the name. We print out the name of the book. No, this is the name of the race. The name of the book is called item name. No. The name of the book is inside the activation. Yeah, exactly. The name of the book is inside the activation. So the actual name of the book is activation type. Right? Right, so all this is fucked up. So in reality, this is this. This is this, and so here we print the book information. So here's the book name. Then I don't know if I want this. For now, let's just comment it out, but it's not needed at the moment. I want the book name, and then I want to know what is the race that we are activating, and maybe we can put it in the column. So that there is a book name, and then the next would be the kind of item name, we can call it, right? Which is this one, and then the ID. No, the ID I think at the moment is not needed. Book name, item name, and then the sections that is enabling, right? And then I would call it sections, right? Like habitat, ecology, whatever. So the section, and this is where, what happened? Huh? I don't know. I clicked on something I should not have clicked. And the sections, right, are one for each item type, or what? For each item name, right? Item name. But I don't even know if I want yeah, so actually in theory, you know, item name should be here, right? Because it's for every new row. So we only print this once for one book, and then we basically append, right? We basically append this without this, right? So we only append the item name, right? And then when we and then when we finish, And then when we finish, we need to close what? We need to close the cell. We need to close the cell. We need to close the row. We need to close the cell. We need to close the row. And then at the end, we close the table. The only problem is that we need to close the last element, right? So if this thing is more than one, if this is more than one, no, I mean if this is more than zero. If this is more than zero, we also need to close the we need to close the last element, right? Otherwise it will not work. And then here we close the table. Right? I don't know. Let's see what it does. No, I fucked up. Let me see. No, in theory is correct. Why we see only one, two lines? This line should be identical to this line, right? So it should not be, it's not working as expected. So if the current book is different than the activation type, because I didn't set it. Yeah, exactly. So the first thing that we need to do this, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So now we have, right, for each one we have its own thingy. So we have that this book is actually unlocking Dermorian's habitat and ecology, right? This one is unlocking Lemur history. This one is unlocking Dermorian history, right? And yes, you have the race scattered, right? Like for example, here you see Stonehammer is here and here, but I don't think that's a major deal breaker. I think we can also have it. I think you can also have it ordered differently, but this allows me to basically have a book that may unlock, right, different races. Even if the way I did it now is not, because the name, this is the race basically, right? This is the race. This is the race. So if I had the same book unlocking two races, I mean we can try just with dummy data. Okay, I can put a dummy data just to see how it looks. Codex nature, and let's add some dummy data just as an example, right? So this would be what, 80, 90, let's say 100, right? And this is race number 1, ref ID hello Fanner. You are spying on me from my favorite tree, huh? I see. Ah. Let's take, I don't know, Ulber 30 and Trapor 29. Okay. So 29. And here we go, habitat. And it is the Trapor habitat. And we don't care about anything else. We just care about the fact that this is a book. Trapor life. Okay. And the icon, I don't know at the moment. I have no idea. Well, is actually the habitat is actually icon number 1. And then we duplicate this. We do 101. We do 30. And it is the old burnout. And it is also 1, and it is another book. No, it's the same book, right? So this one, maybe we call it Creature's Life, right? Okay. So in this situation, which may happen, right? We may have a book that is unlocking the habitat of 2 creatures. So in that case, this, how does it look? Yeah, it fucks up, you see? It fucks up because the item name the item name is what? Is the ref ID, huh? Yes, is the ref ID. Is the ref ID. I'm frozen? No! What happened? No. No. Fixed. Aha. Aha. Now it's good again. So we do what? We go by ref ID. Now I think I have to do the same thing for ref ID, right? Because I need to know what is the current ref ID. And I have to do it while I'm going through this loop. Right? Oh wow, Diablo music. I love Diablo music. So what do we have to do? I have to do the same thing, right? But I have to do it in this loop when the ref ID changes. I would like this name Yeah, which at the end is our name. I mean, I can also order by our name is the same, right? Okay, enough Diablo music at high volume. It's fixed, huh? Cheap viewers. Okay. You want to be reported, huh? You want to be reported. You want to be reported. Done. Basically, I have to do the same, but I have to do it in this block, right? Because we want the name to be the only problem is that if I have it there, so let's say that here there are two creatures, right? Does he have to start a completely new line or what? Because every creature has his own unlock. So in theory, yes, he has to start a completely new line where a creature's life is empty though. Okay. That's not very easy. So if current item name is different than row R name or name, whatever, right? If it's different, but it's not the first time, because it's the first time, if it's the first time, yeah, if it's first time we do nothing, but if it's not the first time, and it's not the first time, we have to close, no, but this needs to be done after this. Name, item name. So we assume that if we change race, we also changed, yeah, I think so. We also changed the item. So I think it has to be done here. So it's basically the same as this, with the difference that we will have to close this line completely. Then start a completely new line with the first element empty, right? So we will have an empty line below this with the first column empty, and then with the first column empty, And then and then what? Because the item name is print here. No, there is no working. There is no working. No. Why I said that it has to be after? No, it doesn't have to be after. No, it doesn't have to be after. But I need to open a new TD, yeah? So I need to open the new, and then here I will print. The only problem is that here I'm missing the row name. Huh? Like this? I don't know. Let's see what it does. It does nothing. Because I didn't set it. I didn't set it, so I have to set the current item name. Oh fuck, there is a mistake. There is a mistake. I don't know. Nope. Well, somehow. Somehow, but not exactly. Wait a second. Why I fucked it up so much? So like this is correct, right? If I do this, I say if the current name is different than the row name, except for the first one. So the first one should work. Yeah, in fact, the first one works, right? But then why here I have two lines? Here I have two lines because it says this. Okay, because when I'm switching, I have to set current name equal to null. When I'm switching completely the book, yes. Wow. It worked. Quick question. Who's in charge of the book content? I found some broken one. Is there something the GM can fix? Yeah, I think Widget can fix it. Yes. If it's some broken content, meaning like grammar or really inconsistencies. But the best way would be to create. I mean, if it's something simple, you can also tell me now, and I can fix it on the fly immediately. If it's just like a grammar issue, if it's more of a consistency between different books or is a more complex change that we need to evaluate, then probably the best would be to create a bug on the bug tracker, on our bug tracker. Even if the bug tracker at the moment is down, I mean, it's up by IP, but it's not up by name, because we had a change and unfortunately we didn't yet switch the... it's working now. Okay, I take that back. I take that back. It works with the... So Andrew fixed it. Yay! Andrew fixed it. So you can go to this address, which is Idla Plaza. Let's see if he sent me the email. Yeah, he sent me the email exactly 4 minutes ago. Fantastic. Fantastic. It works already. It could be more complex. Many book contain special characters like a character. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that certain books have like weird characters. I don't know exactly why. I don't know if it's because our database stored them wrong, or because in theory, let me try something. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Let me go and buy a book. Let me go and buy a book. But this is kind of a good question that I had already in my mind a bit. So if I go to this guy, right, and I want to buy a book that I can actually write myself, a blank book, yeah, one. You need more money. No. Okay, now I have money. One, right? Okay. So if I want to edit this book, and here I want to place Unicode characters, right? No, we did a test. Wait, we did a test in our forums actually, which was pretty good. I did a test not long time ago. Where was that? Here. Okay. So if I want to paste this, does this work or no? Save. Well, actually it did. I mean, this one not too much, but these are all, you know, He's not taking all of them though. Like this one is taking it, this one, which is the E with the accent at the top, is not. So it's not taking everything. But you know what? It's possible that it's not existing in this font. Because the question is the error coming from the UTF-8 storage or what? Like if I go to the database, right? If I go to the database, what happened there? It's exactly a size that is making him crazy. Okay. What is the ID of this thing, right? The ID... The idea of this thing is 1088855, that thing, right? So if I go in production and I check, this is something that I wanted to check already since long time. So, and I do a select star from item instances where ID equal to that crazy number 180 88 59 55. What do I see in the database? It seems to be completely fucked up. So, or I don't see it right. You see it in the database, I see it like this. But actually, it seems that in the game is then seen properly. So maybe it's just my terminal at the moment that is not visualizing the data with UTF-8. I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. But, yeah. Oh my god, another guy. Another guy selling viewers. Holy shit. Is it the same as before, or is another guy? I think it's another guy. Cannot spend my time reporting people. Yeah, and it's a case that replace all of them with Omega, that they have a server to this weird character with a question mark. It seems to be inside normal war. For example, a book mentioned above says Way of the Dwarf level where... yes, but I would like to understand if it's special characters or not. Because you see that not all of them are supported, it looks like. So in general, we should avoid special characters. But I could also extend the game so it is accepting any character, right? Because like if I type in Japanese, right, Japanese konnichiwa, if I type in Japanese, for example, here it seems that it works, right? This means hello in Japanese. Well, not exactly hello, but anyway. So it seems to be working, right? I don't know if he reads it again from the database, what happens though. Because at the moment it's in memory, right? It's in memory of the server. I don't know if the server goes down and we restart it. We can try it on my machine because here we are in the real world. But yeah, I think I would like. I mean, it would be nice to be able to support, you know, also other characters. He used Whitespot to delete the spammer automatically. You can look at example book, the Iron Hammer catalog. Depends. Is not. I think it's not a standard book, right? Where is it? Because that is a player made box, no? The Iron Hammer. It's next to the plaza in the billboard. This URL is wrong. But anyway, do you see it this way or do you see it differently? But yeah, I don't know. I think it should be updated. Yeah, we have to investigate. I cannot do it now because it's not an easy investigation. I think we need to understand if we want to support all the characters, and I think the answer is yes. For you is different, yeah. So if it's for you is different, it's strange though, because the font that is used to visualize should be the same one between me and you. The font is the same, so in theory it should be the same. Unless you are in a different platform. Are you on Linux or you're on Windows? I don't know, maybe it's different, you know. But yeah, it's not an easy investigation. So we need to take time to investigate on the special characters. And it's not as simple as fixing it, right? But okay, so this kind of works, right? So we have, so if the book is enabling one race only, you see the race and you see the sections. If it's enabling multiple races, you see the multiple races and their sections, right? So it seems to work fine, actually. It seems to work fine. So now I want to know where those books are, right? Where those books are. Should I do this for every book separately, or should I do a mega query with all the books? No, I think I should do it by each book, because even if I do a mega query, it will not work. Okay, so for each book I need to do this. I need to find and this will be what? This will be another column, right? This will be another column. So this is like where in game, right? Is like the where, or is yeah, let's call it in game and then I will see. But it is actually another column. Where do I output that column? GG broski. Is here, and probably no, it's after this. Is after this. Because if it's multi-line, probably it's better if I put it before, right? Yeah, it's better if I put it in the second column, because otherwise it's a mess. So I have to put this before the item name, because otherwise this branches into multiple lines and is a mess, while here we are still at one line, right? Or no, or is it the same because I have two lines here as well? Well, I have to do it on the first item, let's say. I have to do it in the, yeah, but it's better if it's here. So if I want to do it there, activation type. So it's basically here. So here we search the in-game box. Here we search the in-game box, and so we need a new query. We need a new query and a new result. And need a new query and a new result. And I need from the result. Yeah, the result can definitely be multiple, right? Can definitely be multiple results. And for each, I will do what? I will select the. But the first thing I have to do, I have to cut off the string, removing the b, right? Because that's so I need a substring, or I need a left. What is it? I don't remember if it's a left or is a substring 2. No. Substring 2. So this is the first thing that we need. So we need to take the activation type, remove the first 2 characters, string off, return the string with the start at the start position. Okay. And this will be the book name, right? This will be the book name. And okay, for now, and then we need to search, we need to do a select in this select, I need to test it a bit, but it's similar to the one that we have in the other page, because in reality I have to merge item instances and item stats. So it's something like this in theory. Including sectors though. Including sectors. It's not a very light query, huh? It's a very heavy one. Well, but sectors I think I can query up front and put it in an array. I think is easier, right? Instead of joining the table sectors all the time, I think I can just do one query at the beginning for all the sectors, and then I can just get it from an array, right? Well, the sector table is small, it's like 100 entries, but still. You were reporting on the bug tracker. Okay, you're on Windows as well? It's very strange. Let me see the screenshot you sent me. Yeah, slightly different. It's slightly different than mine. I don't know why. But anyway, that's an invalid character that the game cannot render. I don't know who is the owner of that book, but whoever is the owner could change it. Yeah, the item location. Yeah, we want to, but I need to. I need to do. I'm thinking if I want. I'm thinking what I want to have, right? Do I want to have an output with all the. What do I want to have is the question. Do I want to have an output with all the sectors? Yeah, probably will be enough. Probably will be enough. So if I do, item instance, item stats in sectors, okay? And then I join item stat and item instance, and I join item instance location sector ID with sector ID, right? And then we say that the ES2 name needs to be equal to my book, whatever it is. So in this case is like this, right? So if I do this query, what happens? Nothing. Why nothing? Why nothing? Yes, because this book is not deployed yet. True. We need like this one probably. Yeah, this one, because that book is actually 0. It is not in the game. It's not. But this one, yeah, this one is here, right? This one is here. So yeah, I think this query is good. I will have to extract what? The sector name. The sector name, well, the book name, I don't need it anymore because I mean, I'm querying for it. And then what do I need? I need the item ID. Well, I don't know. In theory, I don't need anything else. In theory, I don't need anything else. But wait a second. Like this, we are extracting all the books, including the player books. No. So we need to go back to this query, which was excluding. Yeah, exactly. Which is excluding all this shit. Because otherwise we get stuff that we don't want to get. We get stuff I mean, in this case, the result will be identical, but because that book is not duplicated. But yeah, this is our query. Okay, this is our query. I think this query should be good. I'm not 100% sure because there are a lot of variables involved, but okay, so this becomes dollar what? dollar name, no, dollar, yeah, dollar name. This. No. Why? No, book name. I extracted it. Book name. This becomes book name, right? And this should return all the books. Okay, out of that, right? And we want to call this sec name, right? Sec name. So that we can then print out here sec name. Maybe with a space. Okay, so if I execute it again, boom. Boom. It exploded. It exploded, I think, because this freaking book has a special character in it. Yeah, exactly. So we have to escape this shit. Can we prepare statement? I think we said the preparing statement is better. Right? Did we said that? No, eh? Was in another language? Probably. Escape SQL string. Okay. Book name. Book name. Book name. Like this. Undefined index sec name. Undefined index sec name. Because I'm reading the wrong thing. Okay. Now you fucked up a bit. You fucked up quite a bit. Because on the one where is not present, yeah. We on the ones that is not present, we have to put an empty, right? An empty thingy. So let's say that if right. So if this thing, we do it with what? We do it with the result or with what? With the result, huh? We do it with the result. So if it's less than 1, we need to echo an empty column. Otherwise, you will have that mess. It's not really working. Why? Because probably when we start a new race, yeah, in this case. When we start a new race, it's kind of strange that it worked up to here, and then when he arrived here, he started to fuck it up. But probably because this fucked up the rest. I don't know. Could be. So when we have a new race, we need an additional empty TD, right? like this. Okay, this one now is correct, but then why fucks up here? Google. Ah, no. Yeah. No, that is a mistake. Ow. Ah, yes, I just have. Okay, this is completely useless. Okay, sorry, I did it the hard way, because the simple way is to do this, right? And then right, so we have the empty. Fantastic. Beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. Hello, Wild Art. Good evening, and welcome. We are still messing up with libraries and stuff. I created a new page. in PHP where basically I see the books in the game that are actually unlocking. And you know what? I think we can also do this, which hopefully will not be 1,000,000, right? I mean, it can be many, but because if I say ID, this will never work, right? Nah, this will never work. I have to do like this. Yes, now it works. So, and then what? And then a BR. Bah. Meow. 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 Yes. So that is the item ID, right? In case you have multiple items, it will tell you the multiple items. And then if you really want to know where they are, you search it this way. I think like this is good enough. That is all we need. You will have to head out in 39 minutes, not 40. Okay. Exactly 39. So I guess that now is 37. Okay, so I think that this is giving us all we need. So it's basically saying, right, for every book which actually unlocks something in the game, where they are. So there is a very big spoiler page. I'm sorry for you. It's a very big spoiler page. But the good news for the spoiler is that the majority of the books are not placed yet. It's a bit weird though. Let me think about it. Is this correct? I think it's not correct. No, it's not extracting the proper data, because like this one is somewhere for sure, right? But it seems that here is empty. It's impossible that this book is not, right? That this book is not present. It's impossible. No, it's present for sure. So why is not showing up in the query? That's the good question. So if I search where name equal to this, right? The book is 2043. If I go in item instances and I search If I do the same search here, exactly like this one, but I say where is2.id is equal to this. Oh shit, it's really empty? Wow. So in Goog there is no book for Goog. Incredible. Uh-oh. Because I don't have the map. Fuck. I don't have the map. Okay. I understand. I don't have the map. You're going crazy. I understand. Relax. We can do this. Relax. So you mean that in this library, which is in Goog, we are missing the basic book for Goog. Soldiers of the Mirage, Cran Volume 2, Cran Volume 3, Cran History and Origin, Cran Bonding and Gemmation, Chronology, Cran Burials, Art of the Verse whatever, R1, R2, R3, R4. This one I cannot click it. How to play your role. The Ugly Gambling, the Two Travelers, the Girl and the Beast, and the Island main map. The answer is really missing. Incredible! Yup, it is missing. Yeah, my character, I don't know why it's falling, because in theory I have enabled gravity, but I don't know, it's like really going crazy at the moment. It's really going crazy. I can try to have him sit here and see if he's because basically in my client at the moment I don't have this level, so all the items are here but the level is missing, you see. So that's the result. There is the area without the level, which is kind of nice because we can see like the hidden stuff. Like, what is that book, for example? It's a menu. Now we have the menu on the table, huh? Very nice. Emerald table. Okay. I got my car. Side door replaced. Okay. So you just get it back. The repair cost will be close to $800. Holy shit! I think that for $800, I would like at least. I would like at least this on a new door. No. For $800, I would like at least to have some flames on the door. Wow, what is this? Very nice. Very nice. Or this. Yeah, at least this. For $800, I say, okay, give me the card, give me the door for $800, but at least put some flames on. No? Okay, you see the usefulness of this, because now we know that the books are missing, right? We know that the books are missing, and we know that we want to add these books in game. So okay, so let's do. So now finally we can close the loop, right? So the work of the last 3 days now is finally closing. Is now finally we are finally closing the loop. And the loop is that I want to distribute, right? I want to distribute these books in these libraries or create a new library, right? That is what we want. So for example, okay, let me think about it, right? Let me think about it. There is the perfect reason. This is exactly what I wanted to do. Exactly what I wanted to do. And now I have all the tools to do it, because before I didn't have the tools, and navigating our database, as you can see, is a mess, right? But now we have all the tools. So I can say for the let's remove the empty, I mean the fake entries, right? Because I added those 2 fake entries just to test the multi-race, right? So these 2 lines actually do not exist, right? And so we're going to remove them and refresh this page. Okay, fantastic. So the idea is, for the Dermorians, right? We are unlocking these three things, and at the moment, these books are not present anywhere. Where do we want to put these books? Now, Dermorians is not an easy race, because unfortunately they don't have a city, right? They don't have a city. Well, they have Raurim, but Raurim is do we want to put it in Raurim? I mean, Raurim is just a stub. I mean, it's not really built. Because, okay, in Brado we have the Enki books. In Amneder we have the Klyros books, right? In Jayos we can have the Ilians books. In Gug we have the Kran books. In the Death Realm, I don't know. The Magic Shop we can have a bit of everything. Yeah, maybe in the Magic Shop we could have some Dermorian and Noltrir books. But we need a map, right? We need a map. Yeah, we need a map by race. We need a map by race. We need a map by race. Yeah. We need a map by race. So if I say, okay. So we need a map by race. So if we go and say Ilian, let me take all the races. Okay, Ilian, Dermorian, Noltrir. I'm just going in the same sequence is in our race page. Kran, Klyros, Enkidukai, Diaboli, Stonehammer, and Lemur. Right? Considering we have three things to unlock for each of them, right? Where would you place those 3 things? If you had a choice, right? So considering we have to unlock habitat, ecology, and history, right? Where do you place, in which libraries you want to place this, right? And do we need to create new libraries? That's the point, right? So I think that Ilian is the easiest, right? Because basically Hydla is full of Ilian. So and in Hydla we have Jayo's library. We only have one library in the whole city. That's a bit weird, huh? I mean, there is not another place where. Can we put some books in the Octarch residence, just for fun? Can anyone enter here or no? Is this door locked for you or no? Okay, or can anyone go to the? Because it is a kind of a hidden place, a bit. I mean, it's not hidden, but it's not the first thing that you find, right? In the game, so. This is locked. So as a player, you cannot enter, eh? That's a pity, though. Seriously? As a player, you cannot enter into this place? And then why we have it? Why we have it, boys? If you cannot enter... Huh? This is a player account. This is a player account. So we teleported this player next to us. Why? Ah, because he's open. Because he's unlocked. This lock is impossible to close by lock picking. Okay, no, he's open. I mean, he's lockable, right? He's lockable. So if we want, we can lock it, but is unlocked by default. Okay, so players can actually enter. Okay, nice. So I think it would be nice to have a bit of a library here, because this is not a very easy place to find, right? It's the one that we fixed the other day, by the way. The problem is that we only have locked chest. That's true. But if we and there is only this book, right? Fine. But if we put like a library here on the side. Oh, there are guards here. Hello, my friend. Are you a guard here? Wow, it seems very powerful with a shield and everything, but a dagger, they gave you only a very, very small dagger. Why? You have this super good shield, why you don't have a bigger weapon, huh? Strange. I can give you a bigger weapon if you want. I can ask a friend. I can ask a friend to give you a bigger weapon. Do you want it? Is there another guard on this side? There is. I can give you the new weapon, the one that we built only for the Kran. I don't know if it look good, because it will probably go in front of the shield, but I think it will. Do you want it, yes or no? I can give it to you. Let me call a friend, and the friend can give it to you. Wait. Let me read your description, though. The description says that he has a dagger. The description says that he has a dagger. Pity, because I wanted to give you a very, very, very nice weapon. Pity. Well, I can change also the description. But, okay, fine. You know what? I can have the item for me. You will not have it, but I can have it. Look. Look, I go and call a friend. I go and call a friend. And this friend will trade with me. Now we say yes. And I will give him this. And then I go in and I can say my sword is bigger than yours. Easy. Easy. Where are you? Look. Look. There is the Cran sword. It was just made. Bro, I think you will look fantastic with this sword. I think you need it. I think I need to change your description and give you this word. It's too nice on you. It has the same color of your eyes. You see? It's the same color of your eyes, bro. We have to do this. We absolutely need to do this. What is your ID? I cannot as a player. What is your name? Yarop? Okay. Yarop. You will thank me another day, Yarop, but I tell you that you will look fantastic. Yarop. Yarop. I hope that you don't speak about your dagger in your responses, because otherwise... No, it seems not. Okay, items. Items, right hand. Yeah, right hand. We remove the dagger. Delete. Done. And we add under weapons, longsword, Crando. Okay. And we put it where? We put it in the right hand. Right hand. Okay. Then we also change your description, because your description is saying you have a dagger. So the crown is dressed. So this impressive. I would say this impressive crown. This impressive crown is dressed in full chainmail armor and carries a large shield and the typical Crando longsword. And the typical Crando longsword, which now became typical. Okay. Save. Boom. Now I need a friend to reload you though. Wait, friend is coming. My invisible friend. There is my invisible friend, you say? I don't see him. Now my invisible friend will do what he has to do. Boom. Wow, look at you now. Look at you now. Oh my god. You just need an animation where you put the sword on the ground. I mean, where you rotate your arm and you put the tip of the sword on the ground and you laugh. Then it's fantastic. Iconic. I said typical. You prefer iconic? It says it carries a large shield and the typical Crando longsword. Maybe typical is not in the iconic. Look at you now! Oh my god, you also decided to go in like combat stance or whatever. You have your knees and you're flying a bit. I don't know why. Look! You are fantastic now. No, don't do that. No! Don't do that! Oh my god. I don't know why in the new release sometimes NPC are bugging out like this. I don't know why. But it happens. And you see, it happens on the client because like this guy doesn't see it that way, right? So his client is a client only bug. So one player may see it this way, another player may not see it this way. And then here we have the freaking long leg-ish. What the hell is going on in this life? What the fuck? Huh? What is that? Oh my god, this game is all fucked up. This game is completely fucked up. Still doing it. Why? I don't understand why. Because it's not moving when the window is up or what? Yeah, because it's not moving when the window is up. So this is one of the issues that we have with the current movement system. That one of the issues that we have with the current movement system. If a character moves while you are not looking at him, meaning you are just looking somewhere else, fuck, and he restarted doing that. He bugs out. I don't know exactly why. But anyway, this was before the fix. I think it's because you are on this ledge, right? You are on this ledge and you are fucking up with the ledge. Stupid creature. I cannot even click on him. Anyway, there is nothing I can do. There is really nothing I can do for that. I mean, the only thing I can reset him like this. But then for whatever reason, I don't know why it happens mostly on this client. Fuck, the legs are completely fucked. Yeah, but you see that as soon... Wait. Let's test this a bit, right? So if I move... You see, if I move... probably not. Why they restart rotating? I don't know why this is happening. I have no idea. There is really no reason why that should happen. Why they are rotating? These two legs are rotating. So it's like if the animation of this guy... Wait. Let me do this. Wow. So basically there are some bones that are not initialized. I mean, there are some variables that are not initialized, I think, because that's the only reason. It looks like it's keeping a rotation value on those bones. I mean, regardless of what the actual character does, right? Because you see that even if I move, when I move, it's probably okay, right? Yeah, exactly. When it's moving, it's okay. As soon as it stops, that rotation restarts. Like if it's... I don't know if it's a problem with the... with the surface. Why I cannot mantle here? Huh? This is strange. The other guy restarted, fucking up. Why can I mantle on top of this guy? On top of that one I cannot. On top of this I can. There is some fantastic dancing, by the way. I mean, this guy can dance like any other can. And now he's like swimming. It's like swimming usually jumping resets everything, right? And here it actually worked. But it doesn't seem to work on the ground. Seems that on the ground the dancing restarts, right? I think it's like if this surface, like on that surface, it cannot find the ground, right? But it's strange because it's doing it only on the client. I never seen it that bad. I never seen it that bad. Never. I never seen it that bad. You see? Depends on the surface. Certain surfaces like this is perfectly working. And here is not. Why? Oh wow, here is a monster dancer. Look at this. I mean, this guy's dancing like a boss. Never. So let's see if I jump. Yeah, the jump usually resets. Why the jump resets? Why the jump resets? But why the rotation, right? Because the problem is that the legs are really rotating in place. So basically the way our skeleton is built, right, is that now I cannot show you because here I'm not in the... Ah, yes, that is the debug. Okay. So if I do show bones, right? If I do show bones, right, this is the skeleton of this guy, right? And yeah, exactly. So what the skeleton is trying to do is trying to find the ground below the feet, right? To do what, for example, you do. Maybe here we cannot because it's too, yeah, like this, right? You see that? So our skeleton is capable of having IK. So basically, the feet is searching a surface, right? Is searching the ground and is moving the legs this way. So for example, in this case, this guy has one leg up and one leg down because each IK is finding the right place, right? So, right, which is the beauty of this model, right? Because you can see the character like this and I really like it, right? It's very nice. So I think what is happening for this other guy, which by the way is seen only by another client, right? Because he sees himself perfectly fine, right? So this guy sees himself perfectly fine. So what is happening on the other client is that my legs, right, are not finding the ground. But it's strange that he's doing in a circular fashion. That's very strange. I never seen it. So it's like something is not replicated properly to the other clients, right? Because here locally it works. But this problem I think became worse recently, and it happens only sometimes. Like if we go outside, if we go outside, maybe it will not happen, right? So I think it depends on the surface. But I never understood why, and I will be very eager to understand why. Okay, so for example here, right? Well, here we still have the long lag issue. But at least they don't rotate. Yeah, there is definitely something not replicating. I think the IK are not replicating properly. The fact is that it's not happening all the time. It's only happening sometime. But at the moment it seems to be fairly bad. So the question is never replicating or is only sometimes replicating, right? Because you see, like now it stopped okay. I think it's only for small movements. What I've seen for the long legs is that if you move fast, it doesn't happen, right? But if you move slow, you can make it happen very easy. So if I move very, very slow, maybe I go even in walk mode. You see that the legs start to be misaligned. And now it's doing the stupid movement. Anyway, I think one day we will have to change the... But you see, it's not doing it always. Like now, the whole body is moving forward. Yeah, like now it reset, right? Even if I moved very, very, very little, it reset. So it does not happen always, right? Which is the hard part. Because if it was doing it all the time, like now it's not doing the long legs anymore, right? Even if I try, I'm moving very, very, very little. You see, it's not doing it anymore. Well, now a bit. I don't know, but for sure inside a guild house is doing it all the time. I mean, inside of this is really crazy. I mean, here is super crazy. Yeah, here it happens all the time, you see? The legs are always fucked up in this guild house. Why? Because the ground is different? Because the ground is different. I'm showing the collision. Well, the collision is a complex collision, so it's colliding with everything. I don't know, or because this guild house is very far away from the center of the world, because it actually is, well, not even much, no, not even much. It's not even too far from the center of the world. I don't know, but it's very strange, right? Like that, if you look at it, like here is all broken, right? Okay, if I jump resets, but then you see that it's broken again. Look, it's broken again. But if I go on top of this, it works. Right? If I go on top of this, it never breaks. Well, it's breaking a bit, eh? But it is not doing the stupid spin, right? It's not doing the spin. While down here is like automatic, right? Look. It's so strange. It looks like the surface here on the ground is not... Is it because this is below 0? No, it's not because it's below 0. Because if it was below 0, then if I go on that state, right? Because as long as I walk, it's kind of fine. And then you see, as soon as I stop, it starts to be stupid. But stupid, not just a bit stupid. Also here it does it. It's fantastic anyway, I love it. I want to keep it this way. I want to keep it this way. I don't know. And on his client is perfect, right? On top of the plant is perfect as well. It is the way the IK is searching the ground. And how the ground reacts to the IK position. Like for example, here is also broken. There are some places where I cannot really mantle. I don't understand why. Like here I cannot really mantle. I mean, is it because this thing... I don't think this thing has a wrong collision, right? This thing is a... You see the collision box is perfect, so... But, for whatever reason, I cannot mantle here. Which is very strange. It's very, very, very strange. But if I just jump up, it works, right? Here I can walk without any problem. I don't know, it seems that we have a strange, yeah, it could be a precision issue, I don't know, but it's only in certain places. It's only in certain places. And then look at this. Look at this. It's like if the... It's like if the server version of this map is not the same as the client. Because you see that when it's replicated, this guy is seeing this guy falling, like if he had no ground below his feet, because this is the falling animation. Falling animation happens only when you are falling down in the air, right? And so there is an animation that the server is sending me, but it's not sending it to the original client, right? The original client is standing still, perfectly fine, no issue, right? But here it seems that it's falling down. And probably if I jump, it will fix it. Yeah. But the legs are fucked again. So it looks like the server is calculating things differently, right, than the client. So this is happening on the client. So obviously my client is not getting the server movement of my IK because I don't need it, right? Because it's calculated locally and we assume that it's good. So if I'm stepping on top of this ledge, right? I want one leg up, one leg down, yeah, like that, right? So you have one leg up, one leg down. This is calculated on my client, and the server is not telling me anything about it, right? So it's just saying, "Yep, you are right," right? So it's not even trying to give me the positions. But for the other players, right, it is trying. And as you can see, it doesn't manage to. So it looks like the update between the two client, between the server and the other clients, is not working, except when I jump. When I jump, right? When I jump, it seems that the IK get properly replicated. So there is probably a one-time send of that, and they are in the right position, right? Probably because this movement is very simple, right? It's just a vertical movement, while the walk, right, is moving the 2IK in a much more complex way, and probably that's lost by the server somehow, because there is no other explanation, right? And it's particularly bad in this place, right? I don't know why, but this place is particularly bad. Because if we go in another place, right? Boom. Sorry, the teleport is a bit rough. Right? So now we are both here, right? You see that here. You see that here it doesn't happen. I mean, yes, the legs are not perfectly vertical. I mean, there is still a bit of fuck up, right? But it's not doing that crazy thing, right? It's not doing it. It's not doing it. I mean, it's not... I mean, we can try here. This is actually landscape, so it's a completely different... it's a completely different kind of material, right? No, here... I mean, it's not perfect. You see the leg going backward. I see that, but... But anyway, kind of yeah, now it did a bit of a fuck up, but it's reasonable, right? It's reasonable. So why? Well, here it fucked up a bit. But it's never rotating, right? The legs are never rotating in that stupid way. So what is the difference between... what is the difference between this place and that place? I don't know, because the geometry... I mean, yeah, you can say... Well, the geometry is for sure different, but I'm saying that it is... I mean, it's the same... it's not that you say like, oh, this is landscape, right? This is a landscape object and it's geometry. So you can say, yes, it is different, right? These are two completely different things for Unreal. But between this floor and the other floor, I mean, I don't see the difference. I think it's the same reason why I mean, there's a lot of people that are saying that inside guild houses, if they log in into the guild house, they fall down, right? They fall down. They fall through the floor, like if the floor does not exist, right? There's a lot of people saying that. And I think that guild houses, for some reason, have that problem, but I don't know where that problem is coming from, right? Because the guild house... Let me just check 1 second how the guild house is created, right? I don't remember if the guild house is actually a mega actor. But for sure it's different. Inside a guild house and outside a guild house is completely different. I mean, here is way more stable. Inside of the guild house is always going crazy, right? On the floor. On the floor is always going crazy. On top of items, no. And I have no idea why, but maybe looking at the thing, maybe we can. So that one is guild low. I don't know if that one is guild low or is guild simple. Because actually we have two different. So this one is guild low. Okay, this one is guild low. So if we search guild low, right? Let me remember how this is done. Okay, the walls are a single mesh. So let's say the wall room, right? The wall room, apart from is a single mesh actually. It's a single mesh, which by the way is inside out, right? While, for example, the basin or the sink, whatever it was, right, that we saw, is a separate piece, right? It is somewhere. I think it's this one. Yeah, is a separate piece, right? So we have seen that on top of this, the character is less. Let me see if he's less crazy on top of the cross, because the cross is a separate piece, right? This one is a separate piece. Now it's not very big, but so let me see if he's walking, right? If he's walking on that on this, right? If the legs fuck up. I mean, I'm moving slow. Yeah, but they fuck up a lot. They don't rotate though, but they fuck up a lot. Yeah. So basically, the IK of the legs are not. They should be here, right? They should be vertically below the character. So these two IK do not replicate. This is what is happening, right? They do not replicate. If I jump, they go in place, right? Hello, Landman. Hey, thank you for the subscription. Yay. Thank you. Very appreciated. Thank you. How are you? Now, you see, as soon as we touch the ground, the legs go completely crazy. Rotating it even, right? While when we are on top of the cross, no, it's the same. Top of the cross is the same. Well, I don't know, maybe because they are, I mean, the cross is not very big, right? So that's the problem. So maybe, but when we are on top of the basin, they were not rotating, right? Yeah, top of the basin is good. This is a kind of a mystery, right? So why on top of the basin is fine or nearly fine? I mean, yeah, there is a bit of a lag, I see. But anyway, nothing is rotating crazy. As soon as I go down here, and I move, right? Because if I come from a jump, it's not doing anything bad. But yeah, you see, as soon as I move on this ground, everything goes crazy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, what what are the properties of this that is making it? I mean, true, we are below ground. We are below the zero. We are below the zero. Okay, but we are not below the zero here. Because the zero is exactly at this level. I don't think it makes any difference, but I'm really trying to find, you know, a reasoning or something, because I don't understand. In theory, here is not zero, right? It's not below the zero. But it's crazy exactly the same. Yeah. The legs start to rotate like super weird. So the way this thing is composed, let me just remember. The way this thing is composed is that I put it inside what? I put it inside an actor. Yeah, I put it inside a blueprint. So actually, so that's the difference. Yeah, that's a big difference compared to the... But then, you know, should happen also in the dungeons then, right? Because the dungeons are all blueprints. Let me see what happens in the dungeons. Let me see what happens in the dungeon, because the dungeon is also all blueprints, right? Fuck, there's no dungeon. Why there is no dungeon? We crashed. Fuck. Yes. Okay, we can create it anyway. Okay. Here we are in the dungeon, right? The dungeon is also all blueprints, so it's created pretty much in the same way. So I want to see if we get the same fuck up here or not. We don't. I mean, it's a bit imprecise, okay? But that's fine, that is a bit imprecise. But you see, here we don't get that problem. We get it basically only in the guild houses. Sometimes the leg become longer, yeah, true. And maybe if I move very slow, I manage to do it. If I just move by small bits. Yeah, you see? If I move super slow, I think there is a bit of a fuck up. But if I move normal, it really looks normal, right? And this is a blueprint in the exact same way. The difference is that the floor is the floor, the walls are the walls, and they are separate, right? These are separate meshes. While in the case of guild law, in the case of the guilds, right, the floor, the roof, and everything is one single block. So this is one. I mean, I'm checking if there is any strange things like... because this is an actor inside another actor, right? There is an actor inside another actor, right? So that's a bit of the catch, right? And actually the way I did it I didn't do it with static meshes. I did it with child actors. Yeah, that's a big difference actually. You see this icon? You see this icon? This is a child actor component, which basically is an actor inside an actor. Like a blueprint inside a blueprint, right? I like watching your stream from time to time. Always very calming. Nice to see you. I've been able to subscribe. Yep. I wish you a beautiful evening. Thank you, Landman. Very appreciated. I hope to see you in game sometimes. I don't know. Did you try the game? You know what we could do? We could only locally, but not tonight because I have to go. We could change this, right? We could change only the outside, which is easy, right? Because the walls is one piece. Walls are one piece. So I can take that one piece, which is this one, and I substitute it with something like this, right? With a static mesh actor. Exactly in the same position, so in theory should be exactly the same, right? And then we test. I mean, I can do it now, but the testing takes a bit because I have to reload everything, and now I really need to go. But the point is adding something like this, right? And maybe calling it wall static, and if possible not having it as a child of that, because that's a bit annoying. Okay. And then we take this and we put it here. Oh wow, you already put it? Wow, this engine is a genius. How did you decide to put the same static mesh there? Okay, I don't know. Very weird. The only thing that we have to preserve, I think, is the position, right? We kept the same position. Okay, nice. So we can just delete this, right? So we can just delete this, and basically now our yeah, our guild house is the same, but the walls are not a child actor. So in theory I can test it already, because if we... Well, it's not a full test because I will have to do it from both... I will have to do it from both clients, but we can start to do it because one client is connecting as a production client, the other is connecting as okay, so it's doing this, right? So if I disconnect my client now and I save this, right? And now we restart with this change. We only change the walls from a child actor to a static mesh. I think child actors are a very bad idea, by the way. I did it this way because it was the simplest for me to actually assemble this, copying it from an existing one. But I didn't really want to do this child thingy. I didn't want, but it happened. So now I'm connecting with with a modified client, but it's still compatible, right, with the current server. So now I am in theory in the same place, but locally so this client has the new map. Unfortunately, the other client does not because I'm using production, right? But let's see. Well, at least it's not rotating, but definitely still fucked up. No, it's rotating again. So it doesn't seems to be that, or I have to do it fully, right? With a full client. Okay, I will test, but that I thought that was the problem. Would have been nice, but was not. Isn't that a symptom, not a cause, because it happens even on the plaza? Hey, but on the plaza, I mean, this rotation, I never seen it on the plaza. Did you see this rotation on the plaza? I really never seen it. I never seen it. But I'm not playing much, right? So maybe you have seen it. Okay, anyway, I have to go with this nice night dancing, with this nice belly dancing, right? I will have to say bye-bye. And also Momires will say bye-bye to you. So we'll be two people saying bye-bye to you today. Bye. With my super sword and my rotating legs. And I will see you not tomorrow evening, because tomorrow evening I'm dungeon mastering Dungeons and Dragons campaign. And my face is stuck. Okay. But okay, my face is not stuck anymore. And not tomorrow evening, but Saturday afternoon around 5 or 4. I don't know. If I'm really eager, maybe I even start earlier, but usually I start between 4 and 5 p.m. European time, Central European time. Okay. Bye. See you. Wow, that's word, bro. That word is powerful. Bye bye.